everybody, I'm Joey and I have the cutest cards to show you today. We're going to use, let me grab my stamp set. A new stamp set. Guess I've got it buried away. Inked and tiled. And it's a super easy set to make beautiful cards with, whether you like to make easy cards or you're a beginner or you like to be, or you're an avid crafter and you like to do more detailed cards. Let me first, before I can get going with the demonstration, I'm on my laptop getting myself keyed up here so that I can see your comments. It always takes technology just a little bit longer to get going. That's interesting. Okay, I'm seeing myself. There we go. Hi, Diane. Okay, so I see myself on my laptop and I can see your comments coming in. So that's excellent. And then I have one more technology thing. I've got my iPad down in front of me and I'm doing the same thing with that because that's where I see your... Whoops. Yeah, that's where I see what you're watching. So I think I've got that going too. So when you come on, say hello. Let me know where you're from and how you're doing today. Even if you're watching replay and if you're watching on YouTube, same thing. I would love for you to comment and say hello. I always go back and look at my comments and respond to them. So even if I don't get to see you live, I will come back and say hello to you if you're watching replay. So let me go ahead and get set up here now with everything else. The other thing, if you're watching on Facebook and you haven't liked or followed my channel, or my page on Facebook, I would invite you to do that. If you're watching on YouTube and you're enjoying the video, I would invite you to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. My followers are growing. I'm really excited about that. Not for something I'm gaining personally, although that is a goal of mine to grow, but hopefully that means more of you are seeing some crafty ideas and getting some inspiration, and that makes me happy too because we're kind of all birds of a feather if we like to paper craft. All right, that's enough of jibber jabbering. I'm going to click a tool here and then I'm going to put you upside down. There we go. And then let me go ahead and switch. Whoops, the camera thing's kind of, hold on. If you get motion sick, don't look for a second. We're getting there. See if that's better or worse. That's worse, so let's come this way. I'm going to move my camera down just a bit here. Whoops, that's the wrong way too. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to bring the camera up, so hang on just a second while I readjust this. I'm going to bring it up so you can see a little bit more of my workspace. Let's see if that's better. All right, sorry for all this business. Okay, we're getting there. All right, here we go. It looks like we don't have quite enough light, but I'm not sure what's going on with that. We're just going to call it good. Okay, today's class is a free class I'm offering this week. Well, it's free when you order $35 or more. It's called Inked and Tiled, and these are the cards we're going to make today. And this week, if you order $35 or more through Sunday night, the 25th, you get 2 of each of the cards we're going to make today. If you order $50 or more, you also get a pack of embellishments with that. So that's what's going on. You also get a PDF tutorial. So this is a sample of PDF tutorial where I put each card in it and the directions and all the products I use so that you can recreate those cards. Or you can use something you already have. If you get the class kit but you don't have this particular set, you can always just use what you have and go, adapt what I've done to what you already own. So the other things we're using, so I was going to show you where the inked and tiled stamp set is in the catalog. So it's actually a bundle. It's on page 95 of the catalog. The bundle number is 161168. There's 2 punches, and we're going to use both of those today. And there is actually a whole suite of products called the Inked Botanical Suite Collection. We're not actually using these today. My Be Creative Club this month is using these products all together, but we're just going to look at the stamp set with another set of papers and another set of colors. And then the paper we're using, the designer paper, is on page 129. It's called Delightfully Eclectic. So we're using those sets of colors today, and not the sweet colors that come with it. And then one more thing. This is every week I send a free tutorial to my newsletter subscribers. And this week is going to be this card. So if you would like to get this, just make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter. I'll go ahead and put the link in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, all these links will be in the video description. If you're watching on Facebook, you're going to have to thumb through the comments, because Facebook doesn't like us to put a lot of links. And then if you do, then they just don't show it to people. They just cut way down on what you can see. So if you'd like to have my free tutorials every week, this is this week's, using the same stamp set, but obviously different colors. These are actually my in color cards for this month. I have an in color club, and I thought this would be a really pretty stamp set to use for their cards. So they get a hand stamped card from me in their color of the month. This month it was boho blue, so that's why you're seeing the boho blue in my tutorial for this week. Alrighty, my friends, let's get going on this. I'm excited for these cards. So this is the designer paper that we're using, called Delightfully Eclectic. Now, right now we're having a designer series paper sale. This is normally a $30 pack, but it is on sale right now for 15% off, as all of our designer paper series is, other than the specialty paper. That's not on sale. This particular design, some of these designs coordinate with the punches. So here's one of the punches that we're using today, and then here's another one that comes with this bundle. And the DSP, this DSP, Delightfully Eclectic, it coordinates with those punches. Some of them. So this pattern in particular, you can use one of the kind of the starburst there, and then the cross one there on this paper. We're not doing that today for our cards, but you could do that. But we are using all this paper. So that's one side, and then you can see the other side. There's a lot of black and white patterns, which is always really popular. And some of these coordinate with very vanilla, and some coordinate with basic white still. But lots of fun summery colors. There's little strawberries here. But it's just such beautiful paper. I've really been anxious to coordinate with it. And here's some cute little lemons with some stripes. Anyway, it's adorable. And then this paper where you can cut out the letters and make words. So it's really versatile. And you get 48 sheets of paper. It's $30, and you can get 48 12 by 12 sheets, if I'm saying that right. All right, let's get crafting. So the first thing is, let me grab all my bits and pieces here. We're going to take a piece of, whoops, hang on a second. I need to get my paper put away and out of my way. This is Bubble Bath. I always want to call it Bubble Gum, but it is Bubble Bath designer series, not designer series paper, cardstock. Just plain cardstock, Joey. It's not that hard. Okay, now I'm going to grab my Bubble Bath ink pad, which apparently I didn't pull out, so, but I have it right here, so it's easy to get to. So this is our new light pink color, and I just really, really love it. It is so pretty, and we've needed a light soft pink for a long time, and we finally have it. I'm going to, just for insurance purposes, I've been using this stamp with a lot of dark green and Lost Lagoon, and I don't want that in my beautiful light pink ink pad. So I'm going to just cover that for sure. Today, I'm counting it as week 4 of my Fun with Embossing folder series. I'm not doing as many unique ideas today, but sometimes the easy and normal ways to use our tools are good to review. But still, I might be showing you something you haven't seen before. So we're going to go ahead and use Bubble Bath ink on Bubble Bath paper. We're going to do a little bit of tone on tone stamping. This is my very favorite stamp in this set. I like them all. I just really like the artwork, kind of wispy and open. But this is my favorite. I think I'm using it on every card we're making today. So I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp that. And then here's where the embossing folder comes in. So I'm going to grab my 3D time-worn 3D embossing folder. It kind of looks like, well, just that. I don't know if you're not going to be able to see this very well. It looks kind of like an old-fashioned, there you can see it a little bit better. So it's kind of just looks like that, time-worn. Let me grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I don't know what's happening, but our Roomba just went off in the room, and it's not supposed to be going now. It was supposed to be done like early in the morning. So I'm hoping you're not hearing it, and I'm hoping my husband can figure that out and come stop it. I can't really text him because my phone is filming this, so that kind of puts a damper on that. So when you use a 3D embossing folder, we are going to use plate number 4, and then the base plate is what I use for that. And then you always want to make sure that your embossing folder goes through the machine with the folded end first and between the 2 plates like this. And then that protects your embossing folder. Otherwise, sometimes it can kind of warp. Alrighty, so I can't see your comments. Again, my laptop has stopped. So I see Diana's here, but I don't know how many comments there have been that I've missed. So I'm sorry if I've missed your comment. It looks to me like it's frozen. Oh, there's Martha, Carol. Hi, Carol. Hi, Kelly, Pam, Julie. Awesome. Cheryl's here, and Shar, Julie again. Awesome. Yay, I'm glad you're here. I saw one name up there, and I thought, oh, no. Am I not in the right place, or what's going on? So I love this embossing folder, too. One of you commented that you really love it. We are going to actually, let's go ahead and finish this part, and then we'll put our card together. Now, I have done quite a bit of preparation for this today because sometimes I show everything from scratch. Today's not one of those days. I'm just showing some parts I've already done. So these 2 pieces I have punched with this punch out of the Designer Series paper, the Delightfully Eclectic, and then this one I punched with the other one. Now you can buy the 2 punches alone. You don't have to buy this in a bundle with the stamp set. But if you do buy it with the stamp set, you're getting a discount of 10% when you buy the bundle. So I've also already die cut a circle out of the stitch circles. This is the second largest one, I think, for that. Can't believe that silly vacuum is going. Hang on. Visit among yourselves. Yeah, Julie, am I going black? That's not good. I'm going to send my husband the email quick. I'm just going to, because I can't text him, so he's pretty good about watching his email. Is everybody seeing the screen okay? I'm seeing you. I'm seeing, looks like I'm okay. It looks like I'm not frozen here. So hopefully, Julie, I've come back on. Or if not, I would just redo your browser. Just reboot it. Okay, so we're going to make this pretty simple here. This is kind of the star of the show, but we're going to put some other cute little stuff on here. So we're gluing vellum. I'm good. Kathy can see me. Okay. Martha can see me. Excellent. Okay, Mary, good. Excellent. So I'm just going to put, now when you're using vellum, those of you that are experienced crafters know this, but if you're new to crafting with vellum, you just want to make sure wherever you put adhesive, you're going to cover it up. Now this particular embossing folder is going to not make it visible anyway, but just for future purposes, if you're not putting it on an embossing folder, that an embossed piece of cardstock that's folded. Gosh, I can't talk. I'm so annoyed with this vacuum going off. Okay, I'm going to focus, Joey. Focus. All right. So now I'm trying to look at my sample to see that I popped those up. Okay, this one I did not pop up. So again, this is that delightfully eclectic designer paper. And oh joy, our lawn guide just came too, so you might be hearing that come through as well. And now my dog is about to see the lawn guide, so you're probably going to hear frantic barking. All right, and I'm going to put this little circle here. I'm not going to really push this down too much because I kind of want to see how this whole group is going to fit together. Then, let's see, I have to see if I put a dimensional on this guy. I think I did. All right, so again, this is that kind of star punch that goes with the bundle. Sorry, so distracted with all these happenings that are going on at my house right now. Everything was quiet 5 minutes ago before I started Facebook Live. You know, I'm just saying that's what's going on here, my friends. You know, it's always an adventure here. I'm so thankful you come online with me for the weekly adventure of what's going on with at Joey's house for trying to figure out how I need my ribbon. I think I need it this way. For Facebook Live, you know, you're going to get more than crafting, everybody. You're going to get some kind of entertainment. I'm not saying whether it's good or not, but, you know, it's a never a dull moment. And as I said, you're always going to get more than crafting when you join Joey for a weekly Facebook Live. All right, I'm going to just tie this in a little knot here and not a bow. So am I out of the picture? Yes, I definitely am out of the picture. So I'll come back up here. I need my ribbon to come down like this, I think. Yep. Sometimes it takes me a minute to remember how the short end has to go so that I can leave my ribbon on the bolt. And I think this is wrong too. I think I'm just flustered. Anybody got alcohol that you could send over here quickly? Or if Steve's watching, sometimes Steve watches. So Steve, if you're watching, you could go grab a little of that wine that I like and bring it. Although I don't think he's watching because the room is still going. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now what I really wish is you could come and be here crafting with me. and we can make these cards together. That would be fun. The next best thing though is I can send you the kits. And this week I'm giving an extra special offer. I'm giving you 2 of each of these cards. So you'll get 6 cards with your order of $35 or more. If you order $50 or more, you'll get these cards and an embellishment. We're going to use some adhesive backed sequins today. They're called adhesive backed sequin trio. Although now I'm doing this, I think I popped it up. So let's go back to some dimensionals. Oh, Steve's upstairs. That's why he's not. He's upstairs. I asked him if he could finish paying some bills, so he's not down here where he can look at his computer. I'm just doing this kind of haywire. You know, it's oh my goodness, this is definitely going to be a Murphy's Law day, but you know, we just keep going. He may end up coming down here before you guys. I just have to go ask him. Hang on, I just have to go ask him to stop the rumor. Steve? 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 Sorry, I couldn't get him, so I just locked the room in the bedroom. So it'll just be going in there. Okay, moving on to this really pretty card. Let's grab, I want to show you how to do this so that this part I'm showing you from scratch. Because this is kind of important about using one of the punches. So I'm just going to get my trimmer out. I'm going to cut this, just a long white strip. The length of it doesn't really matter, although you don't want it to be really short. Just under 1/2 inch. Now, if you cut it right at 1/2 inch, it doesn't line up the way you really want it to in the punch. So I'm cutting it just under 1/2 inch. Okay, then then I'm going to go ahead and take my punch and just put this in like so, lining this up, and then there goes the dog. You just spotted the long guy. Brady. Oh, it's okay. All right, then I'm going to grab my garden green ink, because garden green is one of the greens in this paper. Brady boy. No Bart. And then we're going to stamp lots of love, which is one of the greetings. There's a lot of fun greetings from this stamp set. So lots of love, like so. Alrighty, then let's go ahead and stick this on. I'm sorry, you guys, I don't know if you can hear the lawn guy, the dogs barking, the Roomba I've got locked up. I have no idea what's going on with the Roomba. So for this, I'm going to put this dimensional on the very outside so that I'm not stacking dimensionals upon dimensionals. And then the other side of it, I'm just going to put some adhesive on. And then we'll stick this on like so, like here. And that turned out pretty. And then we're just going to take some of these. These are those sequins I was telling you about. So this is going to be a gift from me this week if you put in an order. They're so pretty. So you've got pretty peacock and you've got bubble bath and then kind of a white, milky white one. And for this card, we're going to use the white ones. I think the peacock would work because there's kind of a little tiny bit of peacock in there. But for our purposes today, we're going to use these white ones. They're kind of iridescent a little bit. That one doesn't have any, that one doesn't look like it got hit with the iridescent thing, whatever makes them iridescent. There, that's better. And then let's put 3 at the bottom here. So I'm going to put 1. I don't know how you like to do your sequence, but I do like to do my sequence in groups, and particularly triangles. So you've kind of got a triangle here. You've definitely got a triangle here. You've got a triangle here and a triangle and a triangle there. So I don't know. That's how I look at it. You know, you can put them anywhere you darn well please because it's your cards. Anyway, so here's our first 2. That's well, first 1, but you get 2 of this one this week. 2 of all the cards I'm showing. So there you go. There's your first one. Lots of love, and look how fast that goes. Now, yes, I had some pre-cutting done with this, but not a lot. I mean, the punching goes fast. All of this is punched except for this vellum circle, and you could certainly punch that. I mean, other than that piece, for sure. Okay, let's go to our second project. For this one, we are going to use an embossing folder, just normal. So I have gone ahead and embossed this. This is from this group of embossing folders called Basics 3D Embossing Folders. This is in the online store. It's one of the online exclusives from the last time they put out those products. And there's 3 here. One of them is dots. Let me see if I have all those. And I don't have one with the dots, but I do have one. There's kind of a starfish pattern, and now it's white, so I don't know if you can see it very well. And then this one is the pattern we're using today, kind of a cross. Sorry, you guys, I can see that there's a, dang it. Oh my gosh, seriously. Hang on, can you still hear me, you guys? And now I've lost, let's see. Sorry, I'm seeing that my screen has frozen. Am I back? Okay, yay! I got a phone call. You know, the other thing that's going on today is our washing machine's getting fixed. So that guy's supposed to be coming between 1 and 2. And it's 1 right now. Am I back for you guys? Because my computer is spinning. You know, we're gonna forge ahead. I'm gonna send my husband another note. I don't even know if he's looking at the phone. I can't get him upstairs. Honey? No, he doesn't hear me. Okay, all right, let's keep going. So, thank you. I'm glad you like the card. Audio is good. You know, today, Martha and Cheryl, I did turn off notifications, Kathy. One of the first things I did, I always do that when I'm getting ready, but if they call, well, I turned off the sound. That's probably not the same as notifications, right? All right, we're just going to forge ahead stamping. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to keep going here. All right, I'm going to start with Fresh Frisian ink. And we're going to stamp the tall flower. In the stamp set. It looks dark to me on the screen. There, that looks better. I don't know what happened, but it got better. I'm going to use the tall flower, and we're going to stamp it in Fresh Freesia. Oops, no, I left out a step. Before we do that, we're going to take our brush and I've got a blending brush here. I'm going to take the back to the bubblegum ink now, and I'm going to just get a little bit of warmth through the middle of our card. Just very so slightly. Now, this may not show up very much for you because it's going to be very soft. I mean, it doesn't look to me like it's going to show at all. I'll make it a little bit darker than my sample. Maybe I'll go right to the paper. Although I don't want to splotch. No, can you see that at all? Probably not. But that's the step. That'll be written in the PDF tutorial so that you know what to do to get the effect that I'm doing. Then let's go back to Fresh Freesia. Hi, Deppy. Oh, no, how nice of you to watch today. It's nice to see you. Alrighty, so now we're going to stamp in purple, Fresh Freesia. I mean, you know, I'm sorry, but that alone is just beautiful, I think. I just love the stamps in this stamp set. I'm going to add just a little bit more pink up here, just what's on my brush. There we go. Okay, then we're going to take, oh, you know, I missed a step. So I should have stamped this again. I'm going to huff on it because I don't want it full strength. There you go. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted a little bit more on it. So just stamp it once full strength and then stamp it off. Then I'm going to go back to our leaf stamp. I'm going to make sure I clean this because this is now going into purple, which would probably still be okay if I didn't clean it from the pink, but it'd be better to clean it. And I'm going to stamp this off. And then we're going to kind of fill in a little bit around the bottom of this, like so. I just think these stamps are so pretty. You know, you guys, honestly, you don't need all the tools and all the fancy stuff to enjoy stamping. You can just buy stamps, ink, and paper. And so far, that's all I've got, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But all I'm doing, I'm not die cutting, I'm not... In fact, this card doesn't have any die cutting on it. It's just all... I'm just cutting with a paper trimmer, and, well, we did emboss this image. God, I can't talk. We did emboss this panel, but you could easily make this card without that. Then I'm taking Berry Burst, and then here's another little flower in this set. So I'm going to take now this is going to be really, really strong. So I am stamping it off twice. I want it to show though. There we go. Okay, so then I've got that, just stamping these images on top of one another. Now, I did obviously choose colors that coordinate with each other, that are close to each other. But you could do this with, contrasting colors, like this card I posted this card on my blog, createwithjoey.com, and it's kind of the same idea, although here we're using monochromatic colors and here I use contrasting colors, but it's kind of that same idea. It all makes for a pretty card. Then this is a piece that's 3x4, and I'm just going to mount it on a piece that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8, like so. Like so, there we go. Then I'm going to take my basic white cardstock thick. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored the long side at 4 1/4. And this piece is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I ran it through the embossing machine, which if you watch any of my other tutorials or my classes online, Sorry, so distracted. My husband's now calling the washing repair guy since he called and I didn't take the call. I said we need to make sure he comes. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to a Stampin' event in St. George, Utah tomorrow morning really early. We have to drive to Omaha to the airport. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, and Omaha is about 45 minutes to an hour. And our washing machine has been broken, so I haven't been able to do laundry. And so I want the guy to come, but I couldn't take his call because I was talking to you, and he was saying he was going to say he's on his way, and I hope he still comes. Aren't you glad to hear all this today? You came to just enjoy some crafting time, and you're getting all of Joey's events in her life today that are keeping life interesting while we're doing the live video. All right, I'm going back to my same glittered organdy, white glittered organdy ribbon. This has been around a while. It has been an all-time favorite of many, many crafters, including me, because it's so versatile. So it just, the sheerness of it, it really complements anything you put it on. And then the little sparkles are iridescent, so they're really pretty too. Okay, so there's that. Then let's go ahead and lift this up. This is a pretty easy, straightforward card. This designer series paper is 3x4, and that's kind of a combination I use quite a bit when I'm in a hurry, especially. I always know this is going to be a easy card template. So if you cut your first layer here is 4x5 1/4, and you put a piece of designer series paper that is 3x4. Obviously the 4 goes this way, and this is the 3 on that side. Then you cut your main piece you're going to stamp on at 3x4, right? So this is the white piece is 3x4. And then I just mounted it on, a little bit bigger Berry Burst piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to try to get all of this evened out here. And there's our card so far. And then we are going to stamp a happy birthday. So I'm going to grab a piece of white, and then we're going to go to this punch that coordinates with this suite of products. So I'm going to punch that. Then we're going to go back to our Berry Burst ink, and we're going to grab a happy birthday. And let's go ahead. Martha, you guys can watch, and yes, you can be. I'm glad it's entertaining instead of you thinking, Joey is just kind of wacky. Her life is like this every week on Wednesday. Actually, people, it's not just Wednesday. It's kind of like this all the time. But it does seem to be, really predominate on Wednesday. And today especially, because there's just so much going on. There's the free shipping on orders of $75 or more. I'm giving away a card class where you get 2 of everything today. So I wanted to make sure I was able to get on Facebook Live today. I definitely didn't want to skip it today because I'm going out of town tomorrow. Because it's a big week. It's a big day, actually, at Stampin' Up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I like to put 2 dimensionals on at least, instead of just one in the middle, because it kind of helps it give it a little bit more stability. It doesn't wiggle around quite as much. And I'm just going to tuck it. Can you see what I'm doing there? I'm just going to tuck it under the ribbon just a little bit, like so. Then let's grab some of those pink sequins. Pink, it's the best. How many pink lovers do we have out there? Not everybody likes pink. I just don't really quite understand that. But I do know there are people out there. And we love you anyway, even if you don't like pink. We'll start praying for you a little bit because, you're missing out on something really special. There's our pink card. So here's our 2 cards. Again, you're getting 2 of everything this week for your order. Now, here's the other part of that, my friends. If you order, and some of you already had, I'm seeing people on here already that put their orders in today. Since, you know, Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping today, that means shipping will probably be behind again. So I'll order all the sequins and all the parts for the cards Monday, because that's when my special ends. But to get free shipping, you have to order today. And then as soon as it comes in, I will prep your card kits and pack up. If you spent $50, you also get the embellishments. But you won't get free shipping unless you order $75 and you order it today. All right. Anyway, my whole point of that is it's probably going to take longer to get everything back because of the free shipping offer today. But I'll get it to you as soon as I can. Alrighty. So now I've got this little piece. I think this is 3x3. Let me check. Yeah, it's 3x3. And then we're going to go on this is our scoring board, Simply Scored tool. Oh, I just got dirt. I think makeup on my white cardstock. I'm going to go to 3/4 of an inch. And then another 3/4. So that's 3/4. That's 1 1/2. Then the next 3/4 is 2 1/4, right? And then that gets us to 3. So you could do this one at any size of cardstock. You just want it to come out even squares. So again, 3/4, and then it'll be 1 1/2, and then 2 1/4. So then we have this little tile here. I don't know what this is called. It's probably called something. Now, it's not necessarily an embossing folder technique, but it is an embossing technique. So that side has the bumps on it. This side has, because we've done our own embossing, this side has the indentations on it. So that's the indented side. Then I'm going to go back to this beautiful leaf stamp. I guess I did use it on every single card. And I'm going to get out Pretty Peacock ink. Forgot to pull my inks earlier, but that's okay. They're all they're close by. Then I'm going to grab my scrap paper again, and we're going to put okay, so the bump sides on this side, we want the indented side on this side. Then I'm going to just take my beautiful leaf stamp. Sorry, I had to kind of pull out my sample there to make sure I'm doing what I think I'm doing. Okay, so then we're just going to stamp on top of that. And as you can see, it kind of leaves, I think in my sample I stamped off, but we're not stamping off now because we already started it. I'll show you the other one. You can let me know what you like better. So can you see, you can see that the ink won't go into the grid pattern. Does that make sense? So I don't know. I call this the tiled embossing, but embossing in this case does not imply an embossing folder. It's just the paper is embossed with your score. Simply Scored. Gosh. Oh boy. Okay, so now we're going to actually mount that on a piece of bubble bath. So the bubble bath piece is just 1/8 bigger. So this is 3x3. So the bubble bath piece will be 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Thank heavens my husband stopped the Roomba. The long guy's gone. I heard him call the appliance repair and say, my wife couldn't take your call, but we're wanting you to go ahead and come. Oh, goodness gracious. Alrighty. Let's keep going here. And I was going to let you know, too, I do have my Be Creative Club is using this bundle. I think I did say that at the beginning. This is more of that delightfully eclectic paper. I'll show you the cards real quick from my club in case you're interested in that. It's $35 if you need shipping. It's $6 more for shipping. It comes to your house, or if you live in Lincoln, you can come over, and we have our night will be July 27th. You have to sign up by the 10th in order to get this month's class. It is a subscription. You can take it as a single class, but if you take it as a subscription and you take it for 6 months, you get a free $25 gift certificate from me. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and finish this part before we do the rest of it. I have a little circle here that I've already die cut with the Stylish Shapes dies. That's the second to smallest. And then there's two little sprigs I have punched out with this called the Bow Punch. It's one of my very favorite all-time punches. And that I've punched it out of paper that is called Shimmer Specialty Paper, I think. Let me show you it. There's Night of Navy, Berry Burst, and this is the one I use. This is Bubble Bath, and then Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. So those are the colors, and it's shimmery. It sparkles. I don't know if you can see that, but it does sparkle. So I have just taken that and punched out the little pink sprigs. Then we're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting. Hello, friend is another nice greeting in this set. Although I'm not seeing it here, we might have to get it out. Or we could probably do thank you. Did we already do thank you? We'll go ahead and do thank you. We've got it out. Pretty Peacock ink. Oh, and I'm going to show you my class too before we finish this up. Pretty Peacock ink, we're going to just stamp thank you. And I think that's all the stamping. I'll put it together in just a second. Let me get my class out to show you. So every month, if you join my club, you get $20 in product plus at least 5 cards or projects. This month is cards. It's normally cards every month. But these are the ones I made using that bundle. This is next month. This is the July Be Creative Club. So if you're interested in that, you'll also get a half a pack of the Designer Series paper, and then you'll get some gems and some ribbon to do your projects. You get about $20 worth of extra products plus a PDF tutorial so you can make your cards. And again, if you don't have what I have, you can either purchase it or you can use whatever you have and finish it that way. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut some dimensionals, I guess. I do have a Teflon covered scissors here that I like to cut my dimensionals with because then the stickiness doesn't stick. But you know, you could use this technique I showed you today with any stamp set, and you just want to make sure that your lines that you've made with your scoring tool are pretty deeply indented. So use your scoring tool and use the fatter end of your stylus. Let's see, I don't want this to go. Maybe like this. And just make sure it's nicely indented. Obviously don't tear your paper, but that's what makes that really pop. You can see on my sample that I stamped off on this one, so I'm not sure. Do you like the stamped off one better, or do you like the full strength one better? And then this one, I used a different die here, and the reason I went to the Stylish Shapes here is because this is a whole nother set of dies that I thought I didn't want you to have to feel like you had to own 10 million things to reproduce this card. A lot of you probably already have the Stylish Shapes die, so that's why I switched to that one for the video. I probably could have used a smaller one. Let's see. Smaller one works. The smaller one is going to be a little bit too small, I think. So this is probably the best size for this. But I'll show that set of dies in a coming Facebook Live. We're just not going to throw all kinds of extra dies at you today. I'm going to go ahead and take this cute little pink branch of Buzz. And this is shimmery. I don't know if you could see that when I tried to show it to you before. But I'm going to kind of hook these two together at the stems like so. And then I'm going to basically just